This huge room is faintly lit by the moonlight shining in through a tall window. Back of the room stands a large, ornately decorated desk. Row after row of bookshelves house thousands of thick, dusty books. A painting is hung on the rear wall, sharing space with various exotic curios. Let's see. I walk over to one of the bookshelves and start looking through the rows of books. Most of them are written in languages I've never even seen before. I pull one of the books off a shelf. It's so heavy I have to support it with both my hands. I clumsily turn up a random page. The book contains page after page of strange scribbled symbols. They twist and dance, almost as though they're alive. Wait, what? I blink my eyes, bringing my face closer to the book. It had to be my imagination. They're not actually moving. Wait, are they? I turn up another page. It features the same kind of strange contorted symbols. It's making my head hurt just by looking at them. What could this be? Huh? Says Kid, coming to my side. Oh, it's a magically coded book. You can't read it. Besides, all these magical pictures are probably cursed. Wouldn't do you any good to read them, even if you could. Watch yourself as around these books, mate. There might be something in one of them. What are you talking about? And then, just as I turn my head to ask Kid about it, the book starts to moan in a dreadful way. I immediately slam it shut, jamming it back in the bookshelf. Majel, who had been watching us the entire time, perches himself and reaches out for a time-worn leather-bound book. You know about this stuff? Kid asks, looking up at Majel like a duck in a thunderstorm. This is an ancient tome from a faraway land. It was once known as the Book of the Dead. I never expected to find it here in Lord Lynx's possession. Majel gazes at the time-worn leather-bound book. Maybe it's better if we don't open it, Majel. Majel stares silently after looking at the book cover for a moment. Then, nodding silently, he returns the book to the shelf. Perhaps it's best to leave such ancient knowledge alone. I swear you sound just like an old hermit sometimes, Majel. Suddenly, we start to hear footsteps coming this way. They aren't that loud. They boom like thunder in the night. Kid and I jump up. Majel swiftly conceals himself in the nearby shadows. Kid and I quickly hide behind the door with our backs pressed against the wall. I hold my breath as the door creaks open. A quivering candlelight spreads in through the doorway. However, whoever opened the door doesn't seem to have any intention of entering the room. Thought I heard something. No reason for anyone to be in here, though, since the master's away. Still, with those porous summoners on the move, it's better safe than sorry. The door closes softly, blanketing the room in darkness once again. The voice becomes more and more distant as the footsteps fade into silence. Still, we wait, without moving a muscle. So, Por is up to something, Majel mutters, emerging from the shadows. Por is a large country governing the southern continent. I hear it's pretty well developed and a fairly prosperous place. What would they do? What would they be after these outlets? Surely not the frozen flame. No matter how valuable it may be, in the end it's just a jewel, a piece of rock. How valuable could it really be? We leave the study, retracing our steps through the dark passageway. Finally, the passage comes to a three-way branch. There's a descending staircase in front of us, in addition to passageways on the right and left. No, wait. I've already read all this. Let's see. And through here. I'll go down the stairs. As I start to slowly descend the stairs in the dim light, I stretch my hands out in front of me to try and feel for something. However, all I'm greeted with is the moist feeling of these grimy stone walls. We descend the staircase. To the left lies a huge stone archway. To the right, we can see a narrow path extending into the darkness. Message on the right, left. Right is might. The passageway makes a sharp turn to the right before stretching on through this subterranean maze. Before long, we're greeted with a beautifully ornate set of doors on the right. Strange, there's a distinct smell of flowers coming from here. Well, why not? We come to a comfortably decorated room. Small trinkets have been placed on the desk and shelves. There's some charm. The owner of this room has obviously gone to great lengths to try and bring this somewhat graceful lifestyle into this otherwise dark mansion. Still, the room seems to carry an unsettling stillness with it. It's Lynx's daughter's room, Kid says, surveying some of the items. The letter on the desks and the worn teacup hint of a woman living here. However, after searching the room, no one is found. All we find are various odds and ends, a beautifully arranged set of flowers, a white handkerchief carelessly tossed aside, a small bottle of perfume, and so on. All this stuff really adds to the atmosphere of the room. None of it is really worth anything to us. It also seems to also feel this way, disregarding most of the stuff in here. She picks up a small box decorated with a serpentine coat of arms. However, like the rest of the items here, it looks like it's of little worth to us. What should I do now? Let's open the small box. As Kid slowly opens the box, a comforting melody fills the air. That song, Kid suddenly says, standing up beside me. I look over to her, seeing her expression has changed to a vulnerable curiosity, chasing a long-lost memory. You know this song, Kid? Yeah, a long time ago. Someone I knew used to sing it to me. She turns away from me, rubbing her eyes. Kid? I say softly, putting my hand on her shoulder. After a moment or two, she looks back at me. Tears are running down her cheeks. Not saying a word. Kid walks quickly to the door. Hey, wait up, Kid, I say, chasing after her. Mirror. Passageway stretches right and left. Against left, expect the staircase. Right as might, as I've said before. After a little while, the dark passageway ends in a polished, robust set of doors. Kid crinkles her nose in disgust. Something strange about this place. Don't feel right, mate. Probably just my imagination, though. Standing here in the cold darkness, Kid's hollow laughter does nothing but add to my fear. Let's go into the room. Not well. I have save states. These are apparently Lisa's quarters. No one seems to be here, however. Right on top of you now, Lynx. Say your prayers, you bastard. Looking around its very dilapidated room, furniture is thrown about in all directions, and almost nothing matches. Taking a look at the room as a whole, there's no sense of harmony whatsoever. It's very suggestive of a chaotic mind. Alright, the key to that vault's got to be in here somewhere, Kid says as she starts to search. Frozen flame, here we come! I sift through a number of odd items adorning the room. There's a cluttered desk, a painting that's hanging unevenly on the far wall, and a picture on a side table, among other things. In one corner of the room stands a tall, curious object of some sort. A scarlet cloth has been placed over it, covering it up. As I slowly reach my hand out to uncover it, Major suddenly says, "Please avoid reckless interference." Taking his advice, I return my hand to my side. However, the cloth suddenly starts to fall off on its own. I didn't touch it, I swear. Why did it just leap off all by itself? Kid asks, rolling her eyes. A large mirror has been uncovered, fancily decorated. Must be a high-priced arabesque antique. Got a bad feeling about this. And all of a sudden, the reflection of a deep statue opens its eyes, staring at us through the mirror. Is there something you seek? The statue's reflection asks in a soft, womanly voice. The voice seems to be coming from the statue in front of me, but only the mirror's reflection seems to be moving. It can talk. It is a mirror of whispers, Major says, examining it closely. But What is it? It is looking at this that harbors a living spirit. The spirit is free to roam throughout nearby mirrors, able to see into our everyday lives. They are known to be quite wise. Is there anything you wish to ask? Wow, a million questions come to mind. And now, I'll ask you about this. You know where the key to the treasure vault is. Could you please tell us? Mirror's surface begins to ripple. Rolling smoke soon takes shape into a picture of a large room, decorated with rows and rows of books. In a beautiful womanly voice, the mirror responds, "The key you seek, as you see before you, rests within this room. Towards the rear of this great sanctuary of knowledge, within a large purple book, you will find the item you so desire." The image slowly fades and returns to a normal reflection. Spirit has apparently moved to another mirror, Major says. Okay, let's head for the study. As I head for the door, I suddenly get the feeling I'm being watched. I come to a stop and look around. Then, suddenly, a faint whisper reaches my ear. Be careful. They know. Well, I think now's a good stopping place. So, see you next time on Let's Play Radical Dreamers. Goodbye.